Hi Libra friends, this is Michelle from MoonShadow Tarot and I am going to do a February 2019 reading for you. So I'm going to start off using these beautiful tarot of pagan cats. It's a very tiny miniature tarot deck and I really love it. So we're going to check in and we're going to see what energies you can expect around you in your physical environment in the month of February. This can be health, finances, what you're doing with your family, what you're doing with your friends, just what's happening at work. So we'll look at what's going on for you physically, okay? And then let's see what's going on for you emotionally this month, Libra. Emotionally. Oh, I've got two cards for emotionally. Okay. Let's look at what's going on with you mentally this month. Mentally. Okie dokie. And let's look at what's sort of happening with you spiritually this month. How you're growing, what you're working on personally. Yeah. All that good stuff relating to personal growth and healing. So what's happening on that level for you spiritually this month, Libra? Okay, here we've got our card. Interesting. So I might see if I can pull some clarification cards. So clarification card for the physical space for Libra for February 2019. Okie dokie. Emotional space clarification card for Libra February 2019. Nope. I'm not going to take all that. That's a lot of cards. Emotional space. Just one, please, Spirit. Okay. Well, we got three. There's a lot of emotions happening for you this month, Libra. Very emotional month. Very emotional month. Right. Mentally, clarification card. Taking that one because that's the only one that came out by itself. And then spiritually, clarification card for Libra, February 2019. Right, and we've got two. Okay. Right. So, first up in your physical environment, there's something that's just happened or is just about to happen this month, Librans, and it's something that you're not excited about. You've got a cat here, Tarot of Pagan Cats. I love my cat cards. You've got a cat here, and he's looking at 3 cups that have been spilt, and he's not happy about it. No. But behind him, first of all, are 2 cups that are still standing. And what I really like about this card, I've never seen this in a 5 of Cups card, any other 5 of Cups card that I've seen, is it's like the cups that have been spilt, it's like they've spread paint on the ground and they've actually made the ground really colourful. So there's some blue paint that's come out of one of the cups and red paint out of the other. And I just love that because I kind of feel like what it's saying is, okay, yep, something that you may not have wanted has happened. Something that's disappointing. And there's sadness here, and it's okay to feel sadness. It's okay to feel grief about whatever it was that hasn't worked out the way you thought it would. It's okay to, yeah, it's okay to feel sad about whatever it is. But I kind of feel like here, you've still got 2 cups left standing. So there's some aspect of there's something good about the situation ending that you may not be able to see right now. But also, like, this experience, it's like making your life more colorful, and you may not be able to see this right now. Because the situation has either just happened or it's about to happen very soon. And if it hasn't already happened and it happens really soon, you probably are going to feel like, just like an energy of like disappointment, regret, like, remorse. You might even feel guilty. Maybe something's happened in like a relationship with a friend or a family member, and you feel like you're partially to blame, or you feel like they're to blame, and there's an energy of disappointment or bitterness or something about it. It's not a happy energy, the 5 of Cups. But there's always, with the 5 of Cups though, a sense of this is not as bad as you think it is. That's always kind of what that card means. There's like a blessing here that you are not seeing currently. And this is totally confirmed by the clarification card, because it's the child. And the child represents innocence. It represents embracing a fresh start. So something's ended or something didn't turn out how you wanted it to. It may not fully be the end of that situation or that relationship, if it's a relationship, but it's kind of like that saying, like, you know, you need to break a few eggs to bake a cake kind of thing. It's kind of like, whatever this was that doesn't feel good right now, there's some aspect of it was needed, or maybe not needed, but there's something positive that's coming out of this. There's definitely something positive. There's a fresh start here. There's an innocent new beginning that will come out of this. There's some positive in this that you may not be able to see or appreciate right now. But just kind of tuck that away in the back of your head. Like I say, allow yourself to feel the pain, the grief, the frustration. Just don't stay stuck there, because, there is some new energy or a way of rectifying this. Okay, so like I said, it looks like a very emotional month for you guys, and it probably is because of this. I mean, the first card that I pull for any kind of reading, I do tend to take it as the theme and the overall energy, and all the other cards that come out, they're really just to support and gather more information. So this does seem to be like, there's an element of something disappointing has happened, and that's probably the overall energy for this month. And in your emotional space, this is how you are feeling about it. You've got the 3 of Wands. Now, the 3 of Wands is normally a card of like, I'm waiting for my ships to come in. And so with the 5 of Cups, what I'm feeling is you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're expecting that they would come in, and now they haven't. And you're disappointed about that. And we also got the Lovers card. So this does not always represent love, by the way. But with these cards coming out, it's highly likely that this could have been about a love situation. It's highly likely that maybe you've been dating someone casually for a while and you expected that this was going to turn into something serious. And maybe this person messaged you recently and said, yeah, you know what, I'm not feeling it. And maybe they've broken things off with you. Because, I mean, with all these other cards, that is definitely a likely scenario. It could also, for probably a smaller percentage of people, it could mean, though, that you were working on something, like a project or a creative idea, and you were expecting your ships to come in. but there may have been a choice that you made a while ago, like in the very, very recent past, not like a long time ago, but there may have been a choice that you had to make about this project or this venture or whatever this was that you were working on. And it may be that now you're realizing, oh gosh, I don't think I made the right choice. Because the Lover's card is a card which represents choice. It's the card of traditionally Geminis. The reason it's known typically as the choice card, the Lover's card, is because Geminis are a sign where there's a lot of Gemini is the sign of the twins, because there's an aspect of like moving this way and also moving that way. And you can see that in this card. There's like a black cat and a white cat in this ball here. So there's an aspect of being like conflicted within yourself, or being double-minded about something, and which is why it's often known as the choice card. So you may have made a choice in the past regarding this project or this venture, and you were expecting, and you thought that you'd made the right choice, and you were just waiting for like the rewards of your decision to come in. And for whatever reason, the situation hasn't panned out in your favor, and that's why you're feeling disappointed, upset, at the moment. Now, we did get a lot of clarifications around this. So, we got the Sun in reverse. Now, the Sun is always like the happiest card in the deck. And the fact that it's in reverse, that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, because the fact that it's come out at all in your reading still suggests that that energy of happiness and positivity is there and it's available for you. It's just that it's not quite in your experience right now, but it's a sign that it's still on the horizon for you, or it's a sign that if you change your perspective and look at things differently, you'll actually see that there's a lot of positives here, and there's and that this actually is actually a good thing. And the other cards that has come out with are the Cavalier. So the Cavalier indicates like news coming in. The Cavalier also reminds me of kind of like in the traditional tarot, like any of the knights, it's kind of that guy that gallops into battle, but it's not like an emotionally mature energy often. So it may be someone that comes in, and if this is about a romantic situation for you, it's often the energy of that guy that comes in and he's really charming and persuasive and says all the right things, and you think, oh wow, he's really interested in me, you know. But then just as quickly as you start to develop feelings for the guy, like he moves on, he's changed his mind, he's seen something that's kind of greener, you know, greener pastures elsewhere kind of thing. And I do feel that that may have actually been exactly what this is about, because we've also got the Fox card, and the Fox is kind of a secretive energy. It's kind of a sly, it's kind of a manipulative energy. And so this may have been someone that came in and professed to be romantically interested in you, but actually had some sort of other agenda. Or if this isn't in relation to a love situation, it may have just been that you're working on a project with somebody and they misrepresented themselves, or maybe they gave you bad advice about the project that you're working on, and this is why it hasn't worked out well and you're now feeling disappointed. It could also, I'm actually picking up on this quite strongly, this may not even be about somebody else, this Fox energy. For some of you Libras, this may be about, like, you weren't honest with yourself. Like, about whatever the situation is that hasn't panned out in your favor. Whether it's a love situation or whether it's related to anything, it doesn't matter. For some of you, there's an energy, and you will know, like you will feel deep within your heart if what I'm about to say, when I say it, if it's you or not. Like, it will either resonate or it won't. But there's an energy that for some of you, like you weren't honest with yourself about what was going on. Like you kind of knew that whatever choice you made was actually a bad decision and probably wasn't going to work out well. But for whatever reason, you still made that choice. And it may have been because someone you really respected gave you the advice to do such and such. But in your heart, maybe it didn't feel quite right. And you had this sense of foreboding that it wasn't going to work out. And it's kind of like you didn't listen to that. Like you, like you kind of deceived yourself in the sense of like, you really knew, like if you really tuned in deep within your heart, you knew that it wasn't the right decision to make, but you made it anyway. Or if this is in a relation to a person that has maybe screwed you over a little bit, it was kind of like you knew it was going to end that way on some level, like, it may be that you wanted to believe that what they were saying was true or what they were offering was true. But in your heart, there was a part of you that knew it most likely wasn't. Okay, so some tough energies here, I'm not going to lie. Now, we move into the mental space. Okay, and we've got the Eight of Cups card here. And I really, really like the Eight of Cards illustration in this deck. Because you've got a cat here. He's living in a house, and the house kind of has everything that, or nearly everything that this cat could want in it. It's got 8 cups filled with water. It's got rugs. It's got, it's got things to climb on. It's got furniture and vases and vases and, and he's got a roof over his head and it's warm and all that sort of stuff. But the cat's like, nah. There's a big wide world out there. And the world out there is dark and it's filled with mountains. But he wants to go explore. He wants to explore the big wide world rather than play it small and rather than stay in this bubble of comfort. And so I kind of feel, it's a very curious energy. I feel like this is the blessing in this situation with whatever negative thing has happened. I kind of feel like it was maybe so disappointing to you, whatever didn't work out, that now you're like, ugh. It's almost like, excuse my language, it's almost like a fuck it kind of energy. It's almost like a, well, that didn't work out and I invested everything in this, or I just really wanted it to work. I was so attached to it and now it hasn't. Like, what have I got left to lose now? Like, why am I staying in this house? Why am I staying in this city? Why am I staying in this job? Why am I staying in this insert your own thing in here? It's like, you're kind of like, there's nothing holding me back now because the only thing I thought I really wanted is not here for me anymore. So maybe it's time to go and create my own adventure and just do something completely new and different. And I feel like that's a really, really, really good energy for you. Like, that's a really good way to turn this really crappy thing into something positive. And then and so this is what you're thinking about. You're thinking like, maybe I've had enough of this. Maybe I've had enough of continually putting myself in these kind of situations where things don't work out, or I'm trusting people that aren't trustworthy, or I'm just waiting and I'm keeping myself safe and I'm not really going after what I really want. Whatever it is, there's an energy of like, you're so fed up and disappointed that you're really ready to try something completely different. Like, that saying, it's a famous saying about, essentially if you always do things the same way, you'll get the same result. Well, this is you being like, I'm done with getting the same result. So if this means that I need to try something completely different, I'm going to do it. because this isn't working. This hasn't been working. And I'm not okay with that anymore. So there's a really beautiful change in thought pattern that's starting to happen for you this month. And it may be that the first half of February, you're kind of in this energy of feeling really stuck, feeling really bummed out by what's ever happened. But by the sort of the second half of February, I'm getting that energy is starting to clear and you're moving into letting go of the thoughts and the sadness around that and moving into an energy of like, right, well, time for a new life plan. I want to try something different. I want to take the scary path, actually, is kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, I want to do something so bold and so daring that almost like people wouldn't expect this of me. People wouldn't expect me to try something this bold and this audacious. For some of you, it may be that you like go off and you travel for a while. You have a gap year, you have a sabbatical, you move to a new location, or you just go traveling. There's an element for me with that Eight of Cups card especially, and also with this letter card, which talks in the text about a surprise letter from a place remote. I get the feeling like you're wanting to pack your bags and just leave this place and leave this situation behind that's caused you pain. And it may be that you do that by going on a big adventure overseas. And in the spiritual space, we've got the Three of Pentacles. And the illustration on this card is of like three cats, and they're trying to catch a mouse together. So with this card, I'm kind of getting the sense of you're going to try something new. You're going to go somewhere new, potentially. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to travel the world. It may just be you go on holiday somewhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be far, far away, but you go somewhere on holiday. Maybe by yourself. Maybe somewhere you've never been before, even if it's not far away. And it may be that you meet new people there that help you figure out a solution to some of the problems that you're facing, that point you in a new life direction, or that just start to form a new system of support, a new friendship system for you. And then with the Anchor card and the Tower card, I really do get a sense of like you're uprooting your security. You're trying something new. You're sailing to a new place, so to speak. And with the Tower, there's a sense of the changes may be quite scary that you're making. For a lot of you, they may actually be really big changes that you're deciding to make as a result of this. And I get the sense that in many ways, the changes that you're making alone. With the Three of Pentacles, I do feel that in going off and embarking on this adventure or trying this new thing or whatever it is that you're doing, I do feel that you will meet new people and find a new support system once you start this and once you embark on it. But I don't get the feeling that it's going to be there for you at the beginning. So in the beginning, you're going to be making this big life change. And I do feel like it's going to be very positive for you in the long run. But at the start, it may feel incredibly scary. You may second guess yourself. You may have all these doubts. Particularly because for many of you, it seems like you're really ripping up sticks and moving away from your support systems. And you may just at times have moments of feeling incredibly lonely, incredibly isolated, incredibly unsure if you're making the right decision at all. And I get the feeling that you are, and I get the feeling that the reason you need to embark on this new quest, whatever it is for yourself, by yourself, is part of what you're developing in this process is your own strength. You're developing your own strength to stand on your own 2 feet, to not need to depend on other people. Not that you can't let people help you, but more of an energy of like, yeah, you're just building up your own strength so that you're stronger, so that you're not getting so much of your sense of emotional security and happiness from other people. You know, you're finding your own feet, you're building your own resilience. And yeah, I get the feeling that this is kind of scary, but it's ultimately going to be a very, very good thing for you. So I'm gonna see what comes out from the magical messages from the Fairies Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. See if we can get a bit more of a message about this, and hopefully a bit more of a lighter fairy energy. The fairies are often a bit more playful. Let's see what their guidance is regarding this, what information they have. Okay. I get some additional messages for Libra. Oh, there we got one. For the month of February. And one more, please. Okay. Oh, we got 2 more. Okay. Okay. Yep. These cards just really confirm a lot of what came out before. So with this 5 of Cups, as I said before, for a lot of you, or for some of you, there was an energy of somebody talked you into something or manipulated you slightly, and you went along with it and it hasn't panned out for you. And part of that, I feel, and part of why you're kind of being called and directed to embark on this new journey by yourself and build your strength and resilience, is because you're really being asked to express your individuality right now. You're really being asked to find out who you are as a person, just you, not in relationship to anybody else. The universe is really wanting you to see how awesome you are and to fully understand your value and to shine. And in order to do that, you need to be able to stand up for yourself. You need to be able to become more assertive so you don't get into situations like this that don't serve you, that may be really hurtful, that are just really disappointing and that just end up crushing your spirit. You know, the universe is saying you really deserve so much better, but you've got to be the one to realize that for yourself. And the way you're going to do that is kind of by taking time for yourself, by yourself, to try new things and go explore and see what else is out there in the world. And it's saying to do some research. It's saying spend some time thinking about this. You don't need to go off and embark on this straight away. It doesn't have to be something that you figure out tomorrow. So take some time, read some stuff, think about some stuff. You don't have to make the decision right now, but it is definitely pointing you towards moving in a new direction. so that you can find your own power, you know? And this card has come out as well. It's dietary change, and it says improve your diet and your life will also improve. So this may be a message for some of you to making dietary change. I just feel more than that, it's about changing your environment to an environment that's more nurturing for you, looking after yourself better, being around different kinds of people. That's really